The four principles of communication are: communication is inevitable, irreversible, complex, and contextual. For Skeeter, breaking through the stereotypes with Aibileen was inevitable, meaning it was always going to happen because Skeeter had never been racist and Aibileen was always around Skeeter. Because Aibileen was Skeeter's friend's maid, Skeeter was around her constantly. Skeeter has never felt that Aibileen was lesser to her, as everyone else thought that, and conversation with them was bound to happen. Normal conversation itself between them would be considered breaking through stereotypes, so it was bound to happen eventually. Breaking through stereotypes with Aibileen was also irreversible. Once Skeeter had told Aibileen her idea to write the journal, she could not go back on her word at that point. After learning all that Aibileen had gone through, she could never have reversed the connection they had already made and the bond they had developed. Doing this and writing the journal had put Aibileen and Skeeter at high risk for being in trouble or getting hurt. Breaking through stereotypes with Aibileen was complex. Aibileen did not trust Skeeter at first. They had to break down barriers to be able to trust one another in a society as the one they lived in. Aibileen had put a lot of trust into Skeeter, a white woman, because the journal had put Aibileen in a very high risk of danger, as I mentioned before. On Skeeter's end, she had to get past the idea that Aibileen had had hard feelings towards white people. She had to understand that it was not targeted toward her, but rather those around her and the society they lived in. Breaking through stereotypes with Aibileen was also contextual. If Skeeter had not moved back to Mississippi or gotten the job she did afterwards, the article would have never happened. Many different scenarios had to align for it to happen in the first place and be successful. Aibileen was the only black woman at first who ever even considered doing the article, and there was a very high risk that they could have been caught. If Aibileen was not Skeeter's friend's maid, Skeeter would have never even been able to meet her. There were a lot of different situations that could have gone wrong, and a lot of different ways that Aibileen and Skeeter could have not met or could have not been successful in their journal.